toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the UConn Huskies, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar. After that play, this offense can think about being really aggressive. 1st and 10 from the 24. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to go for a big one. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear. And
breaks into the open. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This UConn offense really has it going. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Going to try to get it himself. And into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UConn!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could
UConn going back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over.
Turning it on! He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
UConn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Moves away as he feels pressure. Picked off to stop the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to take off. Did the work himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
A big key for this offense coming into this game was getting this quarterback going, running the football. And with that last scramble, he's now over 100 yards rushing in this game, and he is not done yet.
Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to scramble. Uncorks one to the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Still looking on the move. Going for 6. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. The UConn offense goes back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Now he's gonna glide away from pressure. Turns it on in midfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Slings it downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just inside the red zone. First and 10 from the 19. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Here comes the heat. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into... They're going to open this drive with a pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's first and 10 from the 12. Wants to go up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Caught. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Rushes on him. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
And I like that a lot by this defense.
UConn going back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution.
Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the run, still looking. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. First down, 10 yards to go. Use the play fake, now to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. So now it's 2nd and long.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll immediately call timeout. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Forced out of the pocket. There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can...
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, UConn.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about...
The UConn offense goes back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly...
He's loose. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He fires one deep over the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. UConn going back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Get all you can, then get down with the slide.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! Quick strike through the air for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to...
The UConn offense goes back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Pocket breaking down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air, buying some time. Looking down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the
UConn going back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
there are a lot of offense.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UConn!
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going,
guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
and it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Huskies come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. He'll do it himself. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. Snags it on the right. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously...
The UConn offense goes back to work. Going right to work up top. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's a heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This UConn offense really has it going. He'll keep it himself. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, it looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with.
UConn going back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games, so you got to keep sharpening the tool.
He's got it on the right. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Wants to go up top on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially with these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming.